Good morning, Grueling Truth fans. It's James Ernest of the Grueling Truth Radio Network here with Tom Meents of Max D. We are excited to be talking about Monster Jam, specifically the Monster Jam Championship Series East, and how they're coming to Lucas Oil Stadium February 3rd and 4th in Indianapolis. So we are excited about that. Tom, thank you for joining us today. It is a pleasure to have you with us.
Great to be here and super excited about the upcoming season.
Oh gosh, yeah. And I hear this is a very vital and important season for you.
It is, the time has come. It's time to, hang up my driving helmet, but still be involved with Monster Jam in many ways, especially training of the youth and the up and coming drivers. That's something I'm super excited about. But, I don't want to go out. I want to go out on top.
Awesome. So in other words, you're going to retire to the university?
Yes, yes. I'm going to just retire from driving. I mean, I love driving.
Oh
I mean,
gosh,
it's
yeah.
always been a passion of mine, and I've been doing it for over 30 years and super exciting. But now I'm going to dedicate my time, all of it, to Monster Jam University and making everybody greater.
That is awesome. That has always been a dream of mine to visit down there because I've heard such great things. Maybe one of these days. So before we get more into the interview, I have to mention something our listeners are going to love to hear that we're doing a ticket contest. So right in below to win tickets to February 4th, they're not just regular tickets. They also include pit passes, which will be awesome because that means they can meet you before the big event.
They get to come early. They get to see all their favorite drivers and trucks up close, get pictures. Nothing cooler than that. Get down on the track, walk around before the event. What a great time for everyone.
Definitely great event. Now, before you started doing Monster Jam, you started out, if I understand, with mud racing in Shake Me. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, it was just something that kind of started, from my hobby of playing around with trucks, four-wheel drives, messing around in the mud, making them bigger, putting on bigger tires, more power, lifting them up higher. It kind of was a prelude. And then, turning into competitions, seeing who could go through the most mud, the furthest, the fastest, and then turning into professional mud racing, which is exactly like drag racing, but it's in the mud.
Ooh,
Super fast, 100 mile an hour and 200 foot, you know, serious horsepower, balloon machines, booking along in the mud. That was cool. But, I always wanted to be driving a Monster Jam truck. I got the amazing opportunity. I took that great dream and rode it all the way to the top.
excellent. Excellent. So back when you got to the opportunity to drive Bulldozer.
That's correct. I started in Monster Patrol. I did that for 8 years. It was owned by Indiana native Paul Schaefer. And, that was an amazing time. And then I made the switch over, went to Bulldozer first, and then Goldberg, owned by the famous wrestler Bill Goldberg. What a great sponsor. And then Team Mints for a year. And ever since then, over 20 years, I've been driving Max D, which stands for a lot of maximum destruction.
Awesome. And I understand behind you is several of the body schemes.
It is, it's a lot of the different body schemes, colors. We've done so many different ones over the years. Everybody has their favorite. It's very cool to have different schemes. To debut them is always neat for the fans to see.
I'm a huge wrestling fan. So you mentioned Goldberg. What was that like?
That was awesome, man. Having him show up at events, cheering me on, being able to be a part of WCW events, bringing the Goldberg truck into the arena at times and interacting with other wrestlers and running over cars at events. What a neat time. What a great guy still to this day. It's still great to catch up with him now and then. He actually came to an event of mine a couple years ago out in San Diego. Great man, great times. That was awesome.
So did you ever fight Kyle Petty? I understand Kyle was the NWO driver for NASCAR, so that's why I was just throwing it out there.
No, never got that opportunity. I would have stomped him. That wouldn't have been a problem. I mean, when you represent Goldberg, there's only one thing you can do is win. And we had to win on the track just as much as he did in the ring.
How do you feel going into your last year of Monster Jam?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm amped up like I always am this time of year, getting ready for Monster Jam. But at the same time, I'm going to be reminiscing, seeing so many fans for the last time, visiting great stadiums like Lucas Oil. I mean, that's
Mhm.
always been my hometown event. It's going to be great to be back there. It's honestly going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, definitely. I was at last year's phenomenal showing. It's just such a great time. And it's one of those sports where the athletes care about the fans as much as the fans care about the athletes.
That's very true. I mean, we were fans before we were athletes driving these great Monster Jam machines. And, we want to give back exactly what they want to see. Being a fan, you know what you want to see in the building, you know what you want to see on the floor, and you're just going to give it your all. It's so exciting. Big venue, a lot of room to maneuver around, a lot of area to do big, amazing tricks, backflips, huge air, cyclone donuts, everything you can do in a Monster Jam truck, we can do in there.
Oh gosh, yeah. Of your 14 championships, which one meant the most to you?
I think the
Probably number
last one,
15. Yeah, that you're about to
yeah,
have.
yeah, I'm definitely thinking about number 15 right now. And I would love to win one more for sure, maybe two, but 14 was special. Being able to go down there and win 13 and 14 in the same event in Orlando was super special. The competition today is tougher than ever. Everybody does a great job. So much training goes into drivers now to get the ability to come to Moss Jam University, develop tricks, develop their driving ability. I love it. So competitive now. And, nothing would be more special than to win number 15.
That's the great thing about Monster Jam athletes, in my opinion. It's not just the physical strength, it's also the mental stamina that really separate you all from the rest.
It is. There's a lot to think about. There's a lot to, put into it. I mean, there's a lot going on inside of that amazing machine, and oh, so many competitors in one event. I mean, you're not as focused on another team. I mean, when you get to world finals, you have so many other competitors you got to deal with and try to top and beat down, I mean, it's fun. It's still neat to be able to come up with ways to get yourself excited and still do it after over a 30-year career.
You're known for your innovation and your creativity. I mean, you were the first one to do a backflip, the first one to do a double, and then the first one to try the front flip. Why are you so innovative? Why are you so creative when it comes to it? What inspires you?
I love driving Monster Jam trucks, but most importantly, I love to push the level of this amazing sport, to be able to make others think outside the box, get them to make sure that our fans keep coming back because they want to see more. They want to see exciting tricks. They want to see stuff that we never thought was possible in a Monster Jam truck. And some of the stuff is now commonplace that we used to think was not even possible. So, to take the fans and keep their mind open and make sure that they know we're always trying to innovate, bring new techniques, bring new abilities. That's what keeps the fans coming back and glued to our sport.
Speaking of innovative, the roof and the wing walking. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. Back when we had Monster Patrol, it had a huge wing on the back. It was a cool way to get on top of that wing and walk while the truck was in gear, going across the arena stadium floor. I mean, everybody used to talk about that. It was definitely a cool way to grab people's attention.
Oh gosh, yeah. So that's what it sounds like. The Monster Jam's all about. It's all about being unexpected. It's all about being unscripted. It's all about being unforgettable.
It is, and making great memories. That's number one. And that's the cool thing about this year is when I go to the pit parties, people are always talking about the first time they seen me, what I did, and different things I've done at different events all over the world. That's going to be the cool part about this season.
So it sounds like after that you're this season, you're going to be all about the future of Monster Jam at Monster University.
Yeah, it's a great job I've had for a long time, but I will spend more time on it. I've been training our youth, I've been training our athletes, I've been working with them, auditioning them, training, evaluating them, making them better. That's always been fun. And then being the stunt coordinator on top of it. You know, it's almost like I've always had this job for the last 9 years, but now I'll be able to put all my focus on that.
It's awesome. I was going to say, shoot, you probably could tell us the folks that are going to be at the event at Lucas Oil Stadium on February 3rd and 4th.
Oh, just some of the quick hitters, you know, easy. I mean, El Toro Loco, Jamie Garner, he's a local native, lives right there in Fortville. You know he's going to be there trying to stomp anybody that comes into the town. And obviously Tyler Meniga, driving Gravedigger. He's one of the greatest talents ever. He's got an amazing career. He's doing a great job. He's got a world championship now. It's going to be great to battle against him. I mean, the neat thing about him is he's a Monster Jam University graduate as well.
Oh,
Todd
cool.
LeDuc, he'll be there. He's going to be super hot. And Megalodon, the shark-bodied Monster Jam truck. I mean, everybody loves that thing. There's going to be a lot of great people, a lot of great trucks, and super exciting memories made at Lucas Oil Stadium.
And I was going to say, with you being a professional, I think you'll actually know the answer to this question. Most rock, I do a lot of rock interviews, and they usually have no idea where's the best place to buy tickets.
Oh, monsterjam.com. If nowhere else, go to monsterjam.com.
Exactly. That's awesome. And then let's see, we already covered the pit party. So if you don't get there in time for the pit party, but you should still get there early because of the Monster Jam trackside, right?
It is. It's a cool, you get to lay it out. You get to see who the favorites are. You get to see who the hosts pick. You get to see a behind the scenes look of what's going on, what might have happened if you come the second day and the day before, what's going on around the world with Monster Jam. What a great time. You catch up on everything Monster Jam related.
And I'm not that technically inclined, so I love the fact that they teach us how to do the judges zone.
Yeah, yeah, that's perfect. I mean, the fans are the judges. I mean,
That
it's
is
in
so
their
cool.
hands. When it comes to skills challenge and when it comes to, freestyle, they do the judging. They get on their phone, they sign up, they get the app, and then they judge the event. So the fans are a part of the event for many reasons.
That is so cool. That is why I think Monster Jam is the best experience out there because other sports, the athletes are so distant and don't care. Obviously, you all care truly about your fans. You're intense about your sport, and it's a competitive sport. But the other thing I really think is so cool is if something was to happen to your vehicle, everybody pitches in and everyone cares, and they try to get it back there for the fans as opposed to worrying about beating the other person or sabotaging them.
Yes, all the crews care behind the scenes. I mean, we're all helping one another. I mean,
Mhm.
nobody wants to beat somebody when they're not at their best. That's shallow, that's hollow. That's not the way it's about. You want to beat everybody when everybody is at their competitive best on the track.
So Tom, we've enjoyed having you today. We are excited about February 3rd, February 4th, Lucas Oil Stadium. And then for the fans, remember to write in and comment below the interview because that way they can win tickets to the February 4th, including pit passes. But before we let you go, where on social media, where on the web, where can our listeners find out more about you and Monster Jam?
Tom Meents, athlete page on Facebook. I respond all the time to people. Hit me up. It's awesome. Come on there. I always post videos from my event before, cool stuff, anything that's cool or current. Love to have it out there.